So welcome everybody. And the opening words are by Sue Woolley, based on words by Christina Smith. We welcome people of all faiths and no faith in our church today. We welcome those who focus on what it is that connects us to each other. We welcome those who are committed to peace among the nations. Let us worship in peace. And today's service is a bit different and hopefully interesting. But sometimes we get inspiration for our services from spiritual sources. But my inspiration for today came from a more worldly source, which was Linda's newsletter. So today is the autumn equinox, when astronomical autumn starts, and please ask Sheila more about that because she's our resident astronomer. And she has a wealth of information if you want to know more. Yesterday was International Peace Day, and tomorrow is International Sign Language Day. And I think most of you know that I think BSL, sign language, should be in schools and taught as a language. And we will get there eventually. So this service is a bit of a mixture, which really is just like all of us, isn't it? So as we usually do, our first hymn is Purple Book 128, Our World is One World. And stand if you're able. As usual, we have our story, and I really like children's stories. And this is by Bill Darlinson, adapted by Kate McKenna. And it's called How the Colours Made Peace with Each Other. Once upon a time, there were 7 colours. They were all perfectly happy, living by themselves on little bits of card. And actually, they didn't really think much of any of the other colours. Each of these colours had their own names. 6 of the names were easy. There was red, orange, yellow, green, blue and purple. And the last one was a hard word called indigo. Now each of these colours thought they were just great. Whenever they came near to each other, they quarrelled about which was the most important colour. Green said, well, duh. I am the most important colour. I am the colour of life and hope. I am the colour of grass and trees and new beginnings. I am the colour of the whole of the countryside, so I am the most important colour. But Blue wasn't having that. She said, what nonsense. I am far more important. I am the colour of the sky and the water, and without water everything would die. I am the most important colour. And Yellow said, oh, you're all so serious. I am the colour of fun and laughter and giggling. I am the colour of sunflowers and the sun and the moon, and I make people smile, so I am the most important colour. And then Indigo piped up, I am very subtle. I am the colour of peace and reflection and silence and thoughtfulness. If it wasn't for me, you'd all go mad with busyness. So I have to be the most important colour. And then Purple started on as well. I'm the colour of kings and important things and majesty and ceremony and royalty. People listen to me when I talk. I'm the most important colour. And Orange said, but you're all wrong. I am the colour of lots of fruit and vegetables, and that's where you get your vitamins from. I'm healthy and cheerful. I'm the colour of the sunrise. Without the orange sunrise, it would always be night time. So of course I'm the most important colour. And finally, Red got angry. You're so stupid. I'm the colour of blood, and blood gives us life. I am the colour of danger and warning and road safety and fighting and force. So I'm definitely the most important colour. And then it started to rain. And the colours started to run around in a panic. And they all got in a terrible muddle. And you know what happens when colours get in a muddle. They can end up looking much less nice than before. But then the rain spoke to them. You silly, silly things, it said. Stop fighting. Stop trying to make yourself sound more important than each other. You are all designed for different things, and you're all needed for your own purposes. If you work together, you won't need to be that muddy colour. If you work together, you can make a rainbow. And from then on, the colours stopped squabbling, started working together, and every so often, when it rained on a sunny day, they got together to make a beautiful display in the sky to remind everyone about peace and cooperation. And now our prayers are going to be read by Kathy and Chris.
Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love, for it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Francis of Assisi.
May the spirit of compassion help us to feel the suffering of the peoples and all the creatures of this world. May the spirit of love melt the cold heart that tramples on human rights. May the spirit of beauty help us to preserve the unique splendors of each country. May the spirit of wisdom help us to treasure the mystical insights of all religions. May the spirit of patience and endurance strengthen those who are oppressed and exiled from their homes. May the spirit of courage strengthen those who speak for those who have no voice. May the spirit of non-violence bring healing, peace and justice to all the peoples of the world. May the spirit of unity help us to recognize people of every nation as brothers and sisters and our unity with all creation.
As I said earlier, tomorrow is International Sign Language Day, and roughly 72 million people around the world are deaf. And these people use over 300 different sign languages. There is also an international sign language that people can use when travelling or socialising. This date was chosen as the first one. The first one was September the 23rd, 2018, which is why it's September the 23rd. And that was the same date as the World Federation for the Deaf was launched in 1951. Each year has a different theme, and this year the focus is on emphasising the unity that sign languages brings, which ties in really with International Peace Day. It is also about fostering inclusivity and preserving the unique cultural heritage of deaf communities. It also raises awareness that sign language, although it's structured differently, is a language the same as any other. I don't know how many of you have ever been to a Catholic Mass, but during the service, people turn to their neighbour and say, "Peace be with you." I really like this, and I thought you might like trying saying "peace to you" in sign language. So I'm just going to say what to you is. So that is to you, okay? And Jill is going to give you a sheet of the alphabet in sign language. So if you find someone next to you, you can try it out. Okay. So we'll have our second hymn, I think, and it's number 193 in purple book, but it will come up on the screen.
We need to feel the
Viv is now going to do a reading for us, and that will be followed by a silent meditation, followed by Hazel, who some of you know from Cafe, doing a signing of Make Me a Channel of Your Peace. Some of you have seen it before, but it's a beautiful hymn.
Peace. If there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace between neighbours. If there is to be peace between neighbours, there must be peace in the home. If there is to be peace in the home, there must be peace in the heart.
So as I said earlier, yesterday was International Day of Peace, and this year's theme is actually building a culture of peace. So what is peace? We all seek peace, and sometimes because of the violence in the world, we withdraw. A lot of us stop watching the news because it's too painful. And if we don't watch it and hide from the pain around us, we act as if it's not really there. But what kind of peace is that? We may try to find peace in many different ways. Distraction, thinking, why worry about others when there's nothing we can do? But you're here at this service, and I believe you care as much about each other and the wider world as you care about yourselves. This world is not a peaceful place, but we must be aware and we must work always towards peace and justice. Jeremiah said long ago, "How can you have peace when there is no peace?" But how can we start to be of use? Think again about the earlier reading. We can't do everything, but we can help others, even if it's in small ways, like a welcome or a smile or a cup of tea when needed. As the Serenity Prayer says, have the courage to change what we can, grace to accept what we can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. Whittier wrote, "The letter fails and systems fall, and every symbol wanes. The spirit overbrooding all eternal love remains. Richard Rohr, the Franciscan priest, his recent daily meditations have been on non-violence, and he quotes the following two people. The novelist Marilyn Robinson, who was once asked by an interviewer, what single thing would make the world in general a better place? And her answer was, loving it. And peace activist Father John Deere says, active non-violence begins with the truth that all life is sacred, that we are all equal sisters and brothers, all children of the God of peace, already reconciled, all one, all already united, and so we could never hurt or kill another human being. I've only taken a small part of what he says, but you can always read it online. But if only what he says were true about never hurting or killing. We all need to realise that even though we are different cultures, religions, genders, we are all one with the same divine spark within. So let's share our love, send healing thoughts and prayers, and one day, inshallah, there will be peace amongst all nations. Thank you for listening. And we'll have our third hymn, number 68, I Dream of a Church. Our benediction today is from the Hindu Vedas. May there be peace in the higher regions. May there be peace in the firmament. May there be peace in earth. May the waters flow peacefully. May the herbs and plants grow peacefully. May all living powers bring unto us peace. The Supreme Lord is peace. May we all be in peace, peace and only peace. And may that peace come unto each of us. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.